Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into the fascinating history and significance of one of America's most iconic coins, the Lincoln 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny. Let's start number 1. The USA Lincoln 1-cent penny, 1973. Introduction. The 1973 Lincoln 1-cent penny may seem like a humble coin, but it's a part of a rich history that spans over a century. Though it may not always grab headlines, this coin is a prized collector's item for many numismatists. In this script, we will dive into the design, history, value, and even some of the noteworthy auctions where 1973 pennies have fetched impressive sums. One design of the 1973 Lincoln 1-cent penny. The 1973 penny features the iconic design by Victor David Brenner, which has graced the obverse of the Lincoln penny since 1909. Brenner's design showcases a right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Above Lincoln's image is the word Liberty, and to the right is the coin's mint year, 1973. The phrase "In God We Trust" arcs over Lincoln's head. On the reverse side, the design by Frank Gasparo continues the theme of classical American symbolism. At the center is the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to the president's legacy. Above it reads the words United States of America, and below is the denomination, 1 cent. Between the columns of the Lincoln Memorial, a careful observer can see the tiny depiction of the seated Lincoln statue, a small but important detail. To history and significance, the 1973 penny falls in the era when pennies were still made primarily of bronze, containing 95% copper and 5% zinc. This composition would change drastically just a few years later in 1982 when copper prices surged, and pennies shifted to a primarily zinc core with a thin copper coating. 1973 was an interesting period for the U.S. Mint as the penny retained its long-standing design, a constant amid the ongoing changes in coin production. Though not a particularly rare date in terms of production numbers, billions were minted between the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. It still holds significance for collectors due to its transition-era status in U.S. coinage history. 3. Value of the 1973 Lincoln penny. While most circulated 1973 pennies are worth only their face value of 1 cent, uncirculated or mint condition examples can fetch higher prices. Pennies that have been certified as mint state MS by grading companies like PCGS or NGC can be worth anywhere from 5 to 50, depending on the grade. Proof pennies, particularly those minted in San Francisco marked with an S mint mark, are highly sought after by collectors, especially in perfect condition graded PR70. 4. Auction records and million-dollar pennies. Though number 1973 penny has yet broken into the million-dollar club, some of the highest graded specimens have achieved strong prices at auction. For instance, a PCGS graded MS67 red 1973 D penny sold for $2,820 at an auction in 2019, showcasing the premium collectors are willing to pay for top-grade examples. Despite the 1973 penny not having reached the astronomical prices of certain rare coins, its value remains strong among collectors. Particularly, those coins with immaculate luster and untouched surfaces command higher premiums. 5. Noteworthy factors impacting the value. Several factors can influence the value of a 1973 penny. Mint mark. Pennies minted in Denver D or San Francisco S may command different values. San Francisco proof coins are especially coveted. Condition. The value increases significantly for pennies that are in high-grade uncirculated MS condition, or even better, in proof PR condition. Rarity of errors. Error coins, such as off-center strikes or double dies, are rare and can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. While the 1973 Lincoln 1-cent penny might not always grab headlines, it remains a solid part of U.S. numismatic history. For collectors, pristine specimens in mint or proof condition offer both sentimental and financial value. Though most 1973 pennies are not worth millions, they are a cherished addition to any collection, with their value largely determined by condition, mint mark, and scarcity. As time passes and the legacy of the Lincoln penny endures, it wouldn't be surprising to see a perfect 1973 penny break auction records in the future. Number 2. The most valuable USA Lincoln 1-cent penny 1974. The 1974 Lincoln 1-cent penny, part of the iconic series designed by Victor David Brenner, represents an important chapter in American numismatics, primarily due to the rare experimental versions and the cultural backdrop surrounding its release. The Lincoln penny has always been a staple of U.S. coinage, known for its continuous use since 1909. Let's dive into its design, history, value, and notable auction prices. Design of the 1974 Lincoln penny. The design of the 1974 Lincoln penny remains true to the classic depiction established by Brenner. The obverse front of the coin features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, gazing to the right. Above Lincoln's head is the word Liberty, with the year 1974 inscribed to the right of the portrait. The U.S. motto "In God We Trust" appears prominently above Lincoln's head. The reverse back of the penny showcases the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday. This design replaced the wheat stalks that originally graced the reverse. The Lincoln Memorial depiction is surrounded by the inscriptions United States of America and 1 cent, with the motto E pluribus unum written above the memorial. If you look closely, Lincoln's statue can be faintly seen seated within the memorial. History of the 1974 Lincoln penny. The history of the 1974 penny is particularly noteworthy due to the U.S. Mint's experiment with alternative metals during this period. The increasing cost of copper led the Mint to explore the feasibility of using aluminum for penny production. In 1973, the Mint struck over 1.5 million prototype pennies made of aluminum, intending for them to replace copper pennies. However, the aluminum penny was met with opposition from various groups, including Congress and the vending machine industry, who argued the new coin could create problems in circulation. As a result, the aluminum pennies were never released into circulation, and nearly all were ordered to be destroyed. Only a few of these aluminum pennies survived, making them some of the rarest and most valuable experimental coins in U.S. history. Most 1974 pennies that circulated were still made of the traditional bronze composition 95% copper, 5% zinc, but the legacy of the aluminum penny looms large over this year. Reality and value of the 1974 Lincoln penny. For most 1974 Lincoln pennies, their value is modest, largely due to their widespread mintage. Over 4 billion pennies were struck in 1974 across 3 mints: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D Mint Mark, and San Francisco S Mint Mark. In circulated condition, these pennies are typically worth only their face value of 1 cent. However, uncirculated or high-grade specimens can command slightly higher prices, with mint state examples graded MS65 or higher fetching around 1 to 5. Special proofs struck at the San Francisco Mint with a high level of detail and sheen may have slightly higher values, ranging from 3 to 10 depending on the condition. 1974 Aluminum Penny, the million-dollar rarity. The real excitement surrounding the 1974 Lincoln penny comes from the elusive aluminum prototype. Only a handful of these aluminum pennies are known to exist today, with one surfacing in 2014 in a highly publicized case. The owner, a descendant of a former Mint official, attempted to auction it off, but the US government intervened, claiming the coin was never legally released and should be returned to the mint. The 1974 aluminum penny holds significant value not only due to its rarity but also its intriguing legal history. While no official sales of this coin have taken place, it is speculated that if one were to legally enter the marketplace, it could fetch millions of dollars at auction. Experts estimate it could reach between $1 million and $2 million due to its unique status and the public fascination with this rare piece of U.S. coinage history. Recent auction prices. While the standard 1974 bronze pennies do not reach extraordinary auction prices, the aluminum pennies are a different story. As mentioned, a legal dispute with the U.S. government halted the sale of the 1974 aluminum penny in recent years, but it is believed that if one were sold at auction, it would garner a multi-million-dollar price tag. Though most collectors will never encounter this rare piece, its existence has added a layer of intrigue to the 1974 Lincoln penny series. In 2023, a bronze Lincoln penny from 1974 in exceptional condition graded MS67 Plus sold for around $2,000 at auction, highlighting the value that pristine examples of more common coins can achieve. However, the true prize for collectors remains the elusive aluminum version, which continues to captivate the coin world. The 1974 Lincoln penny may appear like a regular coin to most people, but its story is anything but ordinary. From the Mint's experimental aluminum versions to its standard copper circulation, this penny represents a key moment in U.S. numismatic history. While most 1974 pennies hold modest value, the rarity and controversy surrounding the aluminum version make it one of the most coveted coins in the world, with auction values that could reach into the millions. Collectors and enthusiasts alike remain fascinated by the 1974 penny, proving that even the smallest coin can have a big story. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the world of rare coins.